All right, we are currently live. What's going on, launchies? So we are here today with a very special Launcher Live episode, and I know what you're wondering: where is Mikhail? Like, I don't like change. Where is he? So just to give you some clarification, I am John Elker. I am the video editor that's usually behind the scenes, kind of just like manipulating what you're seeing on screen for our actual live streams. And the only reason why I'm here in place of Mikhail, well, there's two, is that I am the resident Pokemon expert of the team. Totally love the Pokemon series and have a lot of thoughts about this new Pokemon Snap game. And Mikhail is busy doing a lot of stories for us currently, including the Epic versus Apple court hearings, which we definitely want to do a deeper dive into for next week. And we'll have a more robust show that kind of like talks about that and other topical events that are happening with video games going forward. But for now, speaking of Epic versus Apple, Shannon has taken her time away from it. She's also doing coverage to join us on stream. Shannon, how are you doing?
Hey, John. Yeah, thanks for having me back. I'm excited to dive into the world of new Pokemon Snap. I have completed the whole game, so I can show you some of the really cool maps. And yeah, I was just covering Epic versus Apple the past, I guess, 5 days now. I've like lost track of all time, and I've been live tweeting it every day, so you can catch my tweets there. We've also covered it a bunch. We've done a live blog on Monday. We did a story so far, and another story is coming getting posted today. So look out for that on launcher.gg.
Absolutely, yeah. Please go to launcher.gg. It sounds weird, but that's actually a website. If you type it into your URL browser, that's our main homepage, and that's where you can find all the amazing coverage that Shannon, Mikhail, and the rest of the team have been doing. So with that being said, I think it's time to dive into new Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Shannon, you've been playing this game for over 25 hours at this point, probably more, right?
Yeah, 25 hours is about right. Because I didn't have time this week, but I played all of last week.
Yeah, exactly. And she's actually done a pretty cool and robust review about it. The link to that review is in the description below if you're interested in actually clicking it. But for today, we kind of wanted to take a little bit of looks at the cooler things that you can see in this game, the later maps and whatnot. And Shannon is the resident expert when it comes to this, so I'm going to let her kind of take over and let us see what she knows about this game and all its intricate secrets. So, Shannon, where are we going?
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we're here at the Lento map. I have unlocked everything, so few spoilers for people who haven't completed the game. I thought we could start off by looking at the beach, Blushing Beach. It's really pretty, and it's kind of like one of the first things that you will see when you're playing the game. You'll walk through and see a lot of the iconic Pokemon that you love.
By iconic, do we mean like first gen Pokemon? Like what are we talking here?
Yeah, some first gen Pokemon you're gonna see. I don't know if I should spoil it right away, but yeah, you can see Pikachu and a couple others, and then also some like newer Pokemon as well.
Yes, we should probably clarify that right at the get-go. This is going to be a very spoilerific stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the more times that you grind a particular map, the more Pokemon show up. And like Lapras, for instance, was not here before. This is the first time I'm getting a photo of Lapras.
So that's actually one of the cool things about this game that I noticed in my playthrough, Shannon, which is that even though we both agree that it's kind of a grindy game, you have to replay maps to get different features and whatnot, they switch up what Pokemon do a lot throughout these run-throughs.
Yeah.
Do you have you noticed, like, do you have a sense as to like how many different variations they have for each map? Like, how many do you think you've seen?
Oh yeah, so there's night and day. That's the most obvious variation. But also, as you keep playing through a particular map, there's like a maximum of 3 levels, I think. And then once you go past level 3, that's like the maximum where you start to see other Pokemon getting really comfortable with you and having more interactions. Like sometimes when you just start off a map, the Pokemon are scared of you and they fly away, or they just run away from you and you can't really get a good photo. But now look at this guy. He actually wants to, kind of stick around. Okay, he's not looking at me, but
so playing through this game, I just recently adopted a cat. I feel like playing through this game is a lot like that, just like trying to get its attention all the time and trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, I think I think your cat would love this game.
Yeah, he's currently over to my right, so I apologize if he interrupts while we're doing this stream. But
Oh no, I think you should actually bring your cat out if you're comfortable with that, or if he's not too shy.
yeah, he's currently just like being like, "What are you doing?" right over there on the right. So
Um,
we'll see. But so currently, what we're seeing on the screen is a Gen 2 Pokemon. That's Blossom. Um, how how many different types of Pokemon have you seen in your playthrough of this game, Shannon? Do you have like a rough estimate?
Different types of Pokemon. I've definitely seen. I mean, I would say I didn't unlock everything yet, but there are over 200 kinds of Pokemon, and there's been folks like Scorbunny, uh, from like that I've seen from Pokemon Sword and Shield,
Mm-hmm.
and then also the older Pokemon from like the 90s that everyone's gonna recognize. So
Yeah,
we just walked by Pikachu, for instance.
yeah. That's kind of the interesting thing for me about this game, right? It's like in the original game that came out in the 90s, you only had the Gen 1 decks, which had a total of 150 Pokemon. And they don't even use all of them. I don't know what the exact number is off the top of my head that they use, but they don't use all 150. This game has access to 8 different generations. So I feel like the variety must be so much more.
Yeah, and it's fun to see like older Pokemon interacting with newer Pokemon and being friends. Oh, this is a new one.
Oh, okay.
He's flexing his muscles now. Okay, got him. But yeah, he wasn't there before. Like this is I don't know how many times I've grinded this map by now, but the all the different Pokemon here weren't here before. Like Blossom, it used to be just 2 Blossom. Now it's 3 Blossom.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to like these two are now interacting.
That's so fascinating. Like, I wonder how many different variations the game developers went through with each map. Because, like, one of the things that struck me about your review when I read it, and I totally agree with you, is that the game can feel grindy because you have to keep replaying maps to get new content.
Mhm.
Um, oh,
Do you see that?
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. I see Squirtle.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
oh my god, this is an epic moment. I'm
What a little
sorry for all the
scamp.
spoilers, but
No, it's cool. I like how like Squirtle is either in charge or thinks he's in charge, which is very funny.
yeah.
No, it's
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Pokemon riding each other, which doesn't sound that good. But they definitely like get free rides from each other.
yeah, no, I totally get that. And that definitely was the case with the last game too.
Yeah.
So what we're seeing right now is the Alolan version of Raichu. So introduced in the 7th gen, which was the gen inspired by Hawaii, was not only are there new Pokemon, there are new Pokemon variants. So the Raichu that we all know doesn't look like that, doesn't usually ride his tail as a surfboard. But
Mhm.
because the area is inspired by Hawaii, they decided to make a different version of Raichu that literally rides the waves like a surfboard. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I love that context. Yeah, so Raichu, if you play this map through, he always does this, like rides across, and you can't really see him. But for the first time, he actually looked at me, and that's because I've played this so many times, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing about not only this game, but some of the attention to detail that Pokemon goes through with generations, right? Like, this game is a cool examination of what Pokemon do in their environments, which I kind of love. What are some of the your favorite things that you've seen the Pokemon do in these games?
Yeah, well, it's hard to like name them off the top of my head, but I really like when Gengar like meets up with Clefairy in the cave and like just starts laughing. And he's just like a big purple dude just laughing like ha ha ha. Ha. And it's like, what are they even talking about? I want to know.
I think that after we select the photos that you want to go for, maybe the
Mhm.
caves would be a good place to go to next.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so there's also an auto feature, so I don't have to like go through and look at every single photo, which saves me time.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely want to capture Pikachu laying down. Okay, so this is weird, right? Pikachu laying down. Pikachu never laid down before, so it should be a rare moment. But the game says I only get 1 star.
That's so interesting. So like So like, what are the criteria in which they rate different Pokemon? Just for anyone that's not familiar.
Yeah, so 1 star is a average, like typical reaction. 2 star is maybe like they're eating something or you've bopped them on the head. 3 star would be something like that as well, or if you've played some music and they've waken up from sleep. And then 4 star is the rarest interaction. Sometimes it's like Gengar has pulled a prank on someone else, and now two Pokemon are angry and smacking each other. So it's things like that. Okay, this is only 1 star. I get 1 star for Squirtle sitting on Lapras's back.
That doesn't seem right. Like, if anyone else saw like a little turtle riding this like giant water monster, I'm sure they'd be like, "Wow, that gets on Nat Geo's cover. Like that gets four
Yeah,
stars."
yeah. I would love to see like a wildlife photographer's take on all of this.
Yeah. Actually, that's a pretty decent story idea. I don't know if our editors are watching, but
Yeah, shout out to them. Oh, okay. I got, a shiny star. So it's like the best kind of star, better than the silver star I have on the left. I don't know if you can see like this little
that's interesting. So
check.
so not only is it like a 1 to 4 star rating, but each star is ranked based off of your points.
Yes. So if you have more points, if you framed the Pokemon well, just like the original game in 1999, it's if it's well centered and large, then you get more points.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
So this is 3 star. Oh, it's completed. Okay, great. I didn't do that on purpose.
So here's a question I have. What makes that a 3 star?
Oh yeah. So I think there were three blossoms versus like before there were only two blossoms, but I didn't do a good job capturing them. Like they weren't really dancing, so it wasn't 4 star.
I
So
see.
it just happened to be less than 4 stars.
Okay, so that actually makes a little bit of sense. When I was looking at, your photo collage of the 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 star blossoms, it looks so arbitrary. They kind of all look like the same photo, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean that is a complaint people have made about the game. But I think like for instances like this, when Machamp looks like he's really flexing here, I do think this should be a 4 star. It makes sense to me.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So I just completed that too. This is great. It's helping me be a completionist.
We're doing a 100% completion speed run right now on Launcher.
Yep. Okay, this is actually better than my previous photo. All right. I'm not mad at it.
I, I am very impressed with your ability to maintain a conversation through live streaming and then also just be this good.
Yeah, I mean, if you've read my review, and you also made the video for the review, so you know like how many times I've already gone through this map. So it's not that hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, see, 3 star again. I didn't get. Oh, the AI didn't pick the other one where Raichu was looking at me. That's why sometimes the AI selection is not as good as if you just pick your own photos.
Oh, that's so strange.
No.
So, so in terms of like somebody that's like looking to try to get the best experience out of this game,
Mhm.
um, what is the purpose of like completing those Pokedex or photo decks? Sorry, the fans are gonna get at me for that. The photo decks pages. Like, is there a reason why you want to try to fill everything out?
Yeah, so in this game, instead of a Pokédex, you can't catch Pokemon, so instead you're capturing photos of them. And the way to complete your photo decks is to get the 1 through 4 star ratings of the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happens when you complete the whole thing. I'm sure there's going to be like an Easter egg and extra cutscenes, maybe, but I haven't gotten to that point. I can show you my Pokédex. My photo decks is not complete.
Yeah,
It's
love to see
yeah.
that.
Okay. Well, now everyone who's like completed the game is gonna be like, well, mine is like I have more photos than you.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, that's forever the debate, the dilemma rather, with video game journalists, right? Like, because they don't have time to actually do the stuff that people complete in like a day.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah.
you'll get fan mail or just like people that are just like, oh well, they showed me their completed photo decks, but like I completed mine in like 10 hours. So it's like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. If I had a little more time, I probably could finish it. Like this is actually a higher number than I anticipated. I have 184,
mhm.
and there are 214 Pokemon, so I'm like 30 away.
Oh, that's interesting. Does this section of the game order the Pokemon in a certain way? Is it like by area or?
Oh, you can sort this. So this is pretty good for when I was trying to take photos to put in our coverage. I sorted this by score, so I could look at the best scores. I don't know why. Why is this a high score? Like I actually, you can't even see this guy. You- like I can't see this guy. Okay, but whatever.
He's a camouflage Pokemon. Maybe that's the point, but that looks so
Uh,
dumb.
yeah, sometimes the game just gives you like a nice four diamond looking 4-star, and you're like, okay, I'll take it. But this one was a good photo, and so like sorting it this way, I can see like this photo, not that one. This one was pretty good. He was very angry.
Oh.
This guy, this is a huge Pokemon, so you don't want to zoom in on him. You want to like look away.
Yes.
So then I managed to get that.
So with that Pokemon in general, he appears on the first map, and I was actually really surprised to run into him because when you run through the map the first time, he doesn't appear at all. Like there's like the buffalo Pokemon, there's like little tiny dudes, and like there's a Wurmple. And then if you play through it a couple more times, eventually this like huge monster dude just like shows up, and you're like, what is this? It's so crazy.
Yeah, he looks like one of the characters from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I don't know if you've ever watched that on Cartoon
Good
Network.
reference, Shannon. That's a good show. Shout out to that show.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, I think you're right. He does appear out of nowhere. I thought I just missed him in the first few times. And
yeah, he's like peeking over horizons, and like you can see the eyes if you're like really paying attention. But like this game is all about like distraction, and there's like a million things happening.
Oh
around you, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah. We should probably go to another map, and then we can kind of show people what we're talking about. But
yeah,
like when he appears, I'm just like I didn't know who he was, but I guess eventually, as you go through the maps, he becomes more photogenic and stops in the middle.
So the next map that we're gonna hit up, Shannon, is the caves, right?
Yeah, let's hit up the caves. And then I also want to show you some other stuff too. So
yeah,
totally.
Lead the way, Sherpa.
Okay, I'm the Pokemon Sherpa now.
You are. Yes, you are.
This is funny. Okay.
The internet rankings while we're looking at this is interesting too. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it, and while you were doing your review, obviously they weren't available. Have you taken a look to see what?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. They weren't really available, but I was able to see them. Like I was able to see people uploading photos, so I knew that they were getting really good photos already. And then it just gave me like a competitive feeling of like I have to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to. Oh no! I walked by Gengar right here, but here's Gengar's pool. Oh, something is flying. Okay, and I missed him again.
Wait, did Gengar reflect that? What was that?
That was a pool where if you like throw an apple into it, Gengar might appear, or if you throw Illumina Orb, he might appear. But yeah, here we go.
I see.
Let's try to get this. Yeah, there we go.
Oh man.
Sometimes he will stick out his tongue and scare these other Pokemon, but he's not really consistent. He does whatever he wants.
There is my MVP of Gen 5, I think. He's a very rare type. He's a electric bug.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
I think he's really awesome. And in this game, he's like totally like hard to. He's like a yellow speck on your camera. Like this is such a bad photo of him.
Yeah.
And then eventually he will just stop in front of you.
It's really funny.
Okay, this is the moment. Oh, go ahead.
No. I want you to concentrate. Get this moment down.
Oh no, I've gotten like every single photo for Clefairy and Gengar at this point, but I think this is a really funny interaction.
Gengar is so much bigger than Clefairy. That's nuts.
Yeah. Usually he looks up and like starts laughing, but I gave him an apple, so I think he ate that, but like didn't look at me.
Oh, I see. Oh my god, that's perfect.
And do you want to talk about this guy in the left corner that we just saw who said, "That's some good technique"? That's Todd Snap, right?
Yes. So that is Todd Snap. I don't have his exact origin down, but I do know that Todd Snap is a character that originated in the Pokemon anime series. He was in the first season, maybe the second season, that popped up, and he was supposed to be meant as like an advertisement for the original Pokemon Snap game way back in the 1990s when it came out. Um,
Oh wow.
and the funny part is that he is the main character of that game. But this game actually kind of hides the fact that he's a part of it for a little bit. I am somebody that has played a couple of maps, but I haven't like really gotten through the majority of it.
Mhm.
When does he appear, Shannon?
Oh, so you haven't seen him in your game
I
yet. Okay,
haven't.
okay.
No.
Yeah, so he actually, I think in a couple more maps you'll see him. I don't remember the exact map anymore, but it's pretty early on in the game. Oh, by the way, you have Gudra right here. I don't know how to get Gudra to do anything more than just stand here, but I'm figuring it out. um, yeah, so Todd Snap is really just making some cameos in this version of the game compared to the 1999 version where he was the protagonist.
Mhm.
This time he's just like your mentor, basically. He's like, hey, you're doing a good job, keep it up. And then you don't really see much of him besides that.
It's an interesting choice, but like I personally like it because you get to choose your character at the beginning. There's a little bit of customization there, which is nice.
Yeah,
I love that guy too, Rampardos. Um,
yeah.
he's a Gen 4 Pokemon. So first of all, to clarify to the stream, my brain is just filled with like 800 plus nonsense information about Pokemon. So
Yeah,
so
I
I
really
apologize if
appreciate that.
I
No, no, no.
apologize
I need
if I
I
rant so
need that
much about it,
context.
but yeah,
Of-
it's fascinating to see them like in their environments, like, and the way that the developers thought how they would like kind of like the living environments that they would be in, how they would interact with other Pokemon, and they take into account like not only what they're based off of like zoology wise, but like kind of their types. This is a rock type uh, that guy, and so obviously he's going to be in like a cave, like murky area. It's interesting. There's a lot more thought that goes into that in this
Mhm.
game than in the mainline games, which obviously have more to worry about. Where there's just like an Onyx that can just pop up in a field, and it's just like, wait, what?
Oh,
Where did that come from?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they do a good job of selecting who would go where. Especially Gengar would definitely be in a cave with all the darkness
Yeah.
and being able to like sneak around, pranking people.
Yeah.
It is. I was a little bit silent just now because I wanted to get that 4-star moment, and then Gengar just disappointed me this time. But he's supposed to pop up at the end, and then he enrages Rampardos, and
Rampardos.
Rampardos like runs his head into Gengar and hurts himself. And then Geodude falls down, and then other Geodudes come over and like scream at him. Which I captured one time, and then I kept trying to redo it for the video, and it wouldn't happen again. So,
Oh no! I'm so sorry. So far,
no, it's okay.
this playthrough has been pretty magical for you in terms of like ratings and getting different star ratings and whatnot. So
Yeah. Well, it's. I think it's because I didn't really grind the beach level as much as I grinded the cave level. I think we'll have less exciting points from these, but
by the way, if anyone's wondering, there are two things that I want to point out. One is that you'll occasionally see me look in this direction, and that's because that's where the chat is located. That's also where the video stream information is happening. So it's not just like me being disinterested in what Shannon is doing. It's like me just like keeping track of that. And then the second thing is if you have any questions or if you have any recommendations for like maps we should be doing, any like thoughts for what we should be doing on stream, please let us know in the chat. We are monitoring that, and we will get to you as soon as we can.
yeah, definitely. I have the entire game unlocked, so I can go to any map. Can I get the 4-star moments? I don't know. Oh, see, okay, so this is actually completed, and you can kind of see the moment I was talking about. Not
Oh,
really, but
okay.
like Rampardos is running his head in.
Oh, that's interesting.
You can
So
kind of see that.
can we after this go to the lab and like look at it in like a more blown up fashion?
Yeah, yeah, we can. I don't know if you've messed around with the photo editor tool,
I
but
have,
that's pretty
yeah.
fun.
It's not as robust as like some games, but you can still do a lot with it. You can like kind of change the angle, zoom in a little bit, use filters. So
Yeah, no, we can definitely see. Look, I don't. I already maxed this out. Um, Oh, and then one thing that unlocks after the game ends is you get high scores for courses, which gives you more incentive to keep replaying it. Because if you want to get like the highest possible score, maybe like I don't know what the highest score is, 5 million. You try to keep replaying.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Do you want to dive into some of these? We can look at, let's see, photo editing.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at that photo that you were mentioning with Rampardos? I think the way you're saying it is correct, by the way.
Okay.
And Gengar. Well, it's like ramparts, so like
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
or
I
like
love that.
or like rampage. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, from Pardos. Okay.
yeah.
I can show you Gengar's, which I think it might be clearer. Oh no, why did this happen? Okay, this is. I think I auto selected this, so it replaced my better image of him. Oh, because
Ah,
he used to be looking at me.
what
Now
is
this
he?
looks
Is that his
terrible.
tongue or is he eating something? What is that?
No, he sticks out his tongue whenever he's like,
Yeah,
so, uh, but yeah, there
Gengar,
used to be.
notoriously one of the more mischievous Pokemon out there. So
Yeah, he is my favorite Pokemon. So I'm so glad that he was in this game because
that's a
I was
good.
just about really tired at
That's
that point, and I finally saw him.
that's a very good choice of favorite Pokemon. I was about to ask. So
Oh, thank you. Yeah, what is your favorite Pokemon? Do you have one?
they're like all my babies, so it's hard to choose one. But I mean, I have to go with Charmander. Like it was the first one that I chose when I was a 5, 6 year old. And I remember just like taking my Game Boy to um, uh, at that time elementary school in like third, fourth grade, just to like the cafeteria and just like showing off my Charmander to like everybody. And then eventually, like this one kid brought a link cable and introduced us to the concept of like trading and like there's just like so many really great kitty memories associated with Pokemon, and it all starts with Charmander. So I have to
Oh,
go with him at the end.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Charmander too. I would say he might be my second favorite, but he's like tied with Squirtle. And I also
Yeah.
like Bulbasaur. I don't know if you watched Detective Pikachu, but Bulbasaur in Detective Pikachu looks so cool.
So
That's
so um so our the ignoble Gene Park, who is could not be here also because he's working on a lot of stories, um, wrote a story a year ago about the best video game movies, and spoiler alert, guess what came in number one? Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu, yeah.
It's
Wow.
fantastic. I love the creativity with that movie and also just the game series. I totally agree with you though. Bulbasaur looks crazy. I liked his role in it. It was cool that they decided to go with him as kind of like the premier Pokemon of the starters. I
Mhm,
mean,
mhm,
obviously
mhm.
there's the Charizard fight scene or whatever, but like they didn't go with like Charmander or whatever. So I appreciated that.
Oh, were you waiting for Charmander? You're like, how dare you not show it?
I was okay with it.
Yeah.
It's honestly a very entertaining film. So,
Mhm.
anyways,
Yeah.
to sidetrack.
Yeah.
So why don't we
That
take a
was
look at some of the photo stuff?
yeah. No, I really like to talk about Pokemon, so that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here you can add any stickers you want. I don't know why you would, because I could just block all of these guys' faces, but that's one thing. And then you can also add frames. So here, what a beautiful moment. Let's add
Oh,
romance to it.
oh. I mean, there is sort of a romantic angle with this, right? Like,
Yeah, Geodude and Rampardos are arguing after, Rampardos woke up Geodude from his nap.
oh,
So,
so in this instance, because of the border, they're already like a committed couple. They're like, I see. So
yeah.
I thought this was like a first meeting, but I like your take.
Oh, yeah, and then you can add oh my god, making it even harder to see what's happening. You
That's
can
interesting.
add contrast.
Okay.
I don't know, I actually never really like after I played with this one time, I was like, wait, it's making all of my photos harder to see, so I just never opened it again.
One of the features that I sort of miss, and I don't know if they have an equivalent, and Shannon, please let me know if they do, of the original is in the original, it came out around the time that Blockbusters still existed, right? And so what
Yeah.
you could do is you can use your memory card, I think, to record any photo that you took in Pokemon Snap, insert your memory card, and actually print out your photos on like stickers and stuff at local Blockbusters. It was amazing. I remember as a kid, like just like trying to tell my dad, like, look, waste gas, like drive 15 minutes to this place so I can print out my stickers, which like in retrospect sounds terrible and selfish, but
Oh, it's so wonderful. Yeah, my childhood was like asking my dad to buy me Neopets trading cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But yeah, I mean, Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore, but the same thing is available here with new Pokemon Snap. If you, what is it? So if you, there's a partnership between Nintendo and Fujifilm. So if you buy like Fujifilm Instax, like those, how do you describe it? Like instant film cameras,
mhm.
which you like take a photo and very old fashioned, like it prints out a Polaroid. But Polaroid is its own brand, so we don't call them that. We just call them instant film. And then you can actually print out photos of Pokemons with that partnership. But you have to buy, I think, additional hardware. You might have to. I didn't really look into it, but
Oh,
it's
that's
available.
oh, that's really cool though. I'm glad that they brought that over at the very least.
Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't know about the Blockbuster thing, so it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it kind of ages me a little bit because like
No, there used to be a Blockbuster in this neighborhood. I still live like in Queens in New York, which is where I grew up,
mhm.
and there we used to have a Blockbuster. That shut down. We also
Oh.
used to have a Barnes and Noble, also shut down, and Radio Shack and GameStop. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
I'll stop. But
So you have a lot of trauma when it comes to retail stores then.
yeah, you could say that. Um, okay, so the next map I wanted to take us to, because you mentioned Charmander, is the volcano.
Love it. Let's go.
Oh, but you actually haven't seen this. I feel so bad for to spoil this for you.
Nah, that's totally fine. Like it comes with the territory with video game reviews. You work with colleagues that, have to, by the nature of your job, tell you what happens in the game. So totally cool. Let us see the magic.
Oh man, yeah. I remember Game of Thrones reviews in the past. Like people are like, "Please, I didn't finish watching it. Do I have to edit your story?" Um, but yeah, this Luxray is new. Luxray wasn't here before.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, the fact that Altaria was behind me, that was new.
Oh,
And
interesting.
there are more of them than before, I think.
Shout outs to the Pokemon nerds that still want Luxray to be electric dark type. I agree. It doesn't make any sense that he's not that. But
Oh, did they change him or what happened there? What's the
nah,
story
I
behind
mean, like, if you look at his design, like, he looks kind of like evil, and there's like a lot of black elements, and so um, people are thinking he's only an electric type. People are thinking he should totally be electric dark. It would vary up the Pokemon roster, but they decided to go with electric in the end, which was disappointing. So
that? Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's too bad. I'm sorry. I'm getting really distracted by the chaos that is ensuing here.
No, like, please.
There are a lot of Tyrantrum Pokemon here. Which before they were not visible. But here's your buddy.
Hey, hey. This.
Hey, oh my gosh. Can he do that again? I didn't catch that on film. I missed it.
I love my favorite Pokemon going up against like a much bigger thing that he definitely will lose to.
Yeah. Archops, yeah. I think he was just being friendly. We don't know that he was really fighting him.
That's very true. Hmm.
Oh, Graveler is chilling out here. You actually get points for this when they're just chilling like in a weird formation. They're sleeping. Yeah, this is the original Tyranirum that I could see, and this was a pretty bad photo.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
So, Aerodactyl. That's a classic.
Yeah. I have 4-star Aerodactyl. I'm so proud of it.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So I guess we'll see it once we go to the review at the end of
Oh yeah,
this track.
we totally do that. Oh, I also wanted to ask you because you had the really brilliant idea of asking the developers of new Pokemon Snap if they put the Pester Ball in that they had from 1999, and they actually responded saying they have Fluff Fruit instead. So I wanted to ask you, what is your experience with Pester Balls, and what did you think of them in the original game?
Speaking of Pester Balls, VB's up. But yeah, so it's been interesting, right? Like Pokemon has always had to deal with the ramifications of the concept, which is you're basically doing dogfights, right? You're capturing live creatures and forcing them to fight against each other, which like has a lot of terrible moral implications. Pokemon Snap took that one step further by having a item called the Pester Ball, which is literally something you would just throw at Pokemon that would it looked like it harmed them and bother them to do like a negative reaction. And sometimes that would give you, oh my god, Charizard. Sometimes
dude, sorry.
No, that was amazing. That was incredible.
Oh my god, I have never seen Charizard in here. That's
what?
awesome.
Oh my goodness. He's so majestic.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
it's amazing.
Not at all. That was a great moment. But basically saying that like so the question that I had was, there's this like element that like may constitute animal abuse if you think about it in the original game with the Pester Ball. Is there an equivalent in the new game? And the answer is murky, to say the least. They don't have the Pester Ball anymore, but they still have elements that are questionable. I think, Shannon, you kind of mentioned it in your review. There's you still have apples that you can use to entice them to like come to you, but you can also hit them. Like what happened to that not Torterra, what's his name? Torkoal, to that poor Torkoal at the end. And that's through no fault of you. It's just like you accidentally hit him. And so like the weird angle of like abuse is still sort of in this game. It's not nearly as like blatant though, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you, and I think the developers of the game knew that, and that's why they removed the Pester Ball, which was kind of like a repellent or even like a poison to Pokemon. But this time they have Fluff Fruit, which is something that is like a treat for Pokemon to eat. But also they left it up to player choice. So if you want to like bop them on the head, that's also doable, and kind of mean. But I would say that you kind of need to bop them on the head sometimes to get the 2-star or 3-star reaction.
Yeah.
So you can't just avoid it unless you like don't want to complete your photo decks and you're just gonna be nice to Pokemon.
Which I suppose you could in theory, but
yeah. Okay, but I want to talk about Charizard.
Let's look at some of these
Look
photos.
at this. I have a 4-star Charizard moment. I just want to brag about this for a second. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Charizard. I think it's a new one for us. I haven't gone to the caves after I completed the game, so maybe he doesn't appear until after.
Possibly.
And Flareon. Flareon's new too. Okay. Yeah.
Why don't we take a look at that Charizard really quick through the photo editor?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Just so that we can try to get a better look at it. But
okay, sure. So this is a nice 2-star. Almost done with completing this page. Monferno, Tyrantrum. Oh, this is also, I already had a 3-star.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I like the action he's taking there, though.
Yeah.
Also,
it should be higher rated, but it's not.
I mean, I also kind of love this idea of like taking a look at like how aggressive Charizard looks in that photo. Like he just completely ignores this like defenseless like little kid just like bopping around taking a photo and just goes for like the meanest looking creature.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Pokemon here, none of them want to eat you. At most, they just like yell at you or like roar at you. There's like I have some photos of some dog-like Pokemons like just like opening up their jaws.
Yeah, because like that's interesting.
That was 4-star.
So first of all, I need you to send me the 3-star photo of that Charmander because that was adorable.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll do that after the stream. I'll immediately send you. I'll make sure to do that.
Do you know what the highest total possible score is for photos? Is it 5,000 or?
I feel like it's 5,000 because I've only gotten highest is like 4,800 or something, and it just caps out. But I can't really say because maybe somebody's gotten higher. Okay. Oh, and do you like the voice acting here, or do you find it repetitive?
I feel like if they had added like, I don't know, 50 plus lines, then maybe it'd be good. But yeah, no, I'm with you. It's repetitive, and
yeah,
Well, the weird part though is that, again, something that I keep harping on this, mentioned in your review, like, uh, so there are times when Professor Mira is like, "Hey, you did a really good job with this shot. Like, good job getting the action of that Pidgeot flying or whatever." And you think you'd get like an amazing score and it'd be awesome, and you end up getting like a terrible score that's worse than your original photo, and it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, yeah, it's a problem, but I feel like sometimes you can guess what you would get and it's accurate. It just sometimes it surprises you in a negative way, and then you're like, "Come on, man! I grinded this, and you're still giving me nothing," and then that gets annoying.
I feel
Um,
you.
yeah. Oh, let me show you. Okay, so we were just here. So Charmander,
Yeah. So that
happy
so
vibes.
that I need that. but
Okay,
I definitely also want to take. Actually, just send me all of these.
okay, I'll send you all of them.
But also I want to take a look at that Charizard action shot that you took, so that people can get a much clearer view of it
Okay.
while we're here.
Yeah, it's a little blurry. He's a little far away from me, so it wasn't the best shot, but
It's pretty good though. The Pokemon that's underneath it is the Tyrantrum.
Tyrantrum, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it was 4,400, so I guess it can't be much better because it's hard. He's flying around on purpose, and I don't think even if you grinded this map a couple times, he would stop flying around. So,
And there's no way to like speed up the amount that you're able to move the camera, is there?
oh, there is.
Oh,
I didn't do that for our runs because I want everyone to like slowly see everything.
no,
But there is a
that's
way.
brilliant.
Yeah, once you unlock all the way up to like the snow region, you can press turbo, which is ZR,
Hmm.
and then you can go faster. It's so slow still, so it's barely any faster. But I'm always like, I need more time to take photos. I don't want to go any faster
Yeah,
unless there are Pokemon running away from you in the distance. You want to catch up to them.
I see. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm also proud of this photo. Looks really
Aw,
happy.
yeah, that's pretty adorable.
Um, yeah,
S-
there are just some good shots. I was joking that I would post all of these on Instagram like once the game came out, but I forgot to do that. So maybe I'll do that now.
I mean, I would follow you. I don't know.
Okay, let's do that after this. Oh, I want to see your photos too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're nothing to brag about. I've only I was telling this to Shannon before the stream started. Like I'm the type of player that like present me a challenge and I need to complete it to its fullest and complete it fully before I move on. And so I've done the first map like 10, 15-ish times now at this point.
Wow.
And I've only done the two maps that come after it once or twice. So I'm not very far. Oh my god, that's amazing. Um, so I'm not
Okay,
very far in the game, but that's
maybe.
incredible.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you, and also I think that's like how you're supposed to play the game. Is like you are so obsessed, you must find all the Pokemon. You have to keep playing it over and over. Because for me, it's like I was like, I want the next map already, and I played it 5 times. I'm like, okay, I want another map, and they're like, no, you have to keep going back to the same map because I need more research. So it kind of like forced me to go back, whereas I don't want to. So I think it's like if the player really has that motivation on their own like you do, then it's a really good game for you.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for saying that. I think there are two types of gamers, and like I'm definitely in the camp of like I want to see how this game works. Like, how did the developers make this? Like, okay, so I'm gonna keep replaying this map until I understand. Like, oh, okay, so like Pichu and what's the little monkey?
Grookey.
Grookey are gonna run in this particular route, and like they're gonna have this interaction, and this is how I make them hug, or like what they don't actually hug,
Yeah,
but
I
like this
need
is
to get
how. Yeah.
that.
So I have to do that and understand all that before I move on. But anyways, this
Okay.
is an incredible photo, I must say.
Yes. So I guess you can put sunglass stickers on people, and that would be a better use of the stickers than I've seen so far. These are just so funny. So this is the internet feature you were talking about that I never got to really use. Three
That
King.
that is incredible. I'll say
You could
that's
do that?
apparently you can. This is what I'll say about Nintendo Online. Like I don't so I think it's kind of well known that they don't have the best online, especially compared to their competitors, especially when you're playing multiplayer games. But their sharing feature is really cool. Like I think they've
Mhm.
always kind of nailed like community things like this.
Yeah, yeah, it is much easier now to upload these photos to your smartphone directly. Before I was like, oh, I have to post this to Facebook or Twitter. I'm not going to post it to Twitter. I'm going to post it to myself on Facebook, change the privacy setting to just me, and then I will send myself the photos. But now it's much easier. You can just like scan a QR code. This
Yeah,
is
yeah, that's true.
cute.
Aw.
These are not as funny as the top ones, though.
Yeah, I must say. Well, that one's pretty great, actually. But
Oh, it's super relaxing. Okay, that's
oh,
about it.
nice.
Oh, these are the trending photos and the recommended photos.
So Super Smash Brothers Ultimate has a very similar thing to this, which like
Oh,
you get to share your content and people are like super creative on it.
oh, that's great. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love the in Super Mario Odyssey, there's like a random jump rope like challenge you can do, and then there's like a ranking of all of my friends and how many times they've been able to like jump rope without failing. And I was like, I have to beat all of them before I move on to the next part.
So
So yeah.
were you able to do it? Did you beat
Yeah,
them?
I was. Okay, so like at first I kept failing and I was like, okay, I only make like 3 jumps and then I'm like lost. But at one point I was able to do like 20 jumps in a row. I was like, oh, I've got the hang of it now. So then I can move on.
Amazing. Amazing.
Just like I'm too competitive with games.
That's not a bad
Um,
thing though.
yeah. See, now I'm like, I'm only 50,000th place. This is unacceptable.
Hmm.
Now I have to go back and play the game.
I think you're gonna need to climb up at least 51,000 ranks.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh wait, total photo deck score. Oh, that's me. Okay. All right.
Cool. So I think we definitely have time for at least one more map, Shannon. Is there something in mind that you would love to show us, or?
Oh yeah, I don't know if people in the comments have said anything in terms of what they're looking for, but we can definitely look at how about the lentil seafloor. No, the lentil coastal reef.
Let's do it.
Evening.
Yeah. I gotta say one thing about this game. For all its faults, it's super charming and relaxing. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that I've already seen in a lot of other games that came out since the pandemic started. So I'm like, I am kind of used to it now. Like any game with beaches and water, it just feels very relaxing.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, just like the vistas are very nice. Like I would love to go here and just check it out.
yeah.
Are those
Do you see
whale
those?
mer in the background? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, whale lords.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, whale lords. They're so big.
Wingle, come over here. No? Okay. Oh, Raichu. Hey. Is this gonna be a 1 star or is this typical behavior? Who knows? Oh.
Aw.
I'm so mean to them.
Nah, it's fine. It's what the game wants. Hey, Squirtle. There's an OG.
Squirtle, come back here.
So here's a question for you, Shannon.
Bubbles, bubbles. Okay.
We
Okay.
talked about
Gotcha.
how good the original trio starters were. Who did you choose?
Okay, that's tough, but I would always pick. Wow. Okay. I would actually pick Squirtle.
Okay. All right. Respect.
Just because I really liked Misty from the anime.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Much respect then. So, do you know how like with like Harry Potter fandom, there's like a recurring joke where like when they ask what school are you in, like anybody that
Yeah.
says Hufflepuff, that's like they're like the loser school. And so like as a result, like now it's cool to say you're part of Hufflepuff. Anyway, I feel
So,
like a
is
bit.
Squirtle Hufflepuff?
No. Bulbasaur is definitely Hufflepuff. So that's why.
Oh,
So
okay,
that's why I
okay.
feel like you definitely made a good choice there.
Okay, thank you. So what would Squirtle be? What do you think?
I don't know.
Ravenclaw?
Maybe Ravenclaw. Honestly, like if we were to include Pikachu in this bunch, Pikachu is obviously Gryffindor. Like,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
questions
I would
there.
pick Pikachu out of everyone, but I don't think Pikachu is the option here.
Yeah, well, Pokemon Yellow he is obviously,
Yeah.
but yeah, I agree. Oh, a Primarina.
Oh,
That's
this is a
nice.
new one. I don't know who is making all these bubbles.
Good question.
Um, I think it's him. Pyro. But yeah, so you would pick Charmander, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I tend to gravitate towards all of the fire starters. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but maybe it's a personality thing. But I'm usually just I think they're the more fun um, types of
Hmm.
characters. That being said, there was like this terrible run of just like constantly fire fighting types that happened, and it got very boring. The only time that I ever strayed from fire, there was three instances. One was the otter. I forget his name off the top of my head. Um, Oshawott, maybe. And then the other time was Rowlet, that like little cute like grass owl. Do you remember that from Gen 7?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's adorable. He has like a bow tie that's like in the shape of a leaf. It's I mean, well, a leaf that's in the shape
Oh,
of a bow tie. It's
oh,
very
so
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, also I'm changing directions now, so I'm going to another part of the map. Oh my god! Oh, I thought that was a pink Lapras for a second, but it's just Lapras.
That'd be cool. Well, that actually brings up an interesting question. Have you noticed any shiny types of Pokemon, different color variants, or
I don't know. If let me see. I think they're all like around the same, but they are like specific to the Lento region. So sometimes there's like you mentioned, like the Hawaii version. But yeah, they tend to be the same colors. Oh, this is a really good picture.
Aw.
Um, but yeah, I would say like going back to that discussion of like starter Pokemon, the one time I went to fire starters is with Scorbunny. I think Scorbunny is better than Grookey.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
the other one.
I agree. Yeah, I yeah, the it's interesting because like I feel like recently in each generation they try to think about um, the region location and try to base what the Pokemon are off of that. And so like
Mhm.
obviously like Scorbunny is like the soccer player because it's like in the England area and like obviously like soccer is huge there. And like
Oh my
yeah,
god.
and so like they have that thought process for like a lot of the most recent gens, which is fun. But at the same time, that leaves some Pokemon just being like, wait, what? This doesn't make any sense. So
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy with Pokemon Sword and Shield in terms of like whenever Scorbunny did a kick, it was just like a foot sign, like a foot like photo.
yeah,
It was really low effort on
yeah,
their part. Yeah,
yeah.
but that's so funny. I didn't know why he was kicking so many balls. Now I understand.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's supposed to be based off of a soccer player. Like even like one of his final moves is that. But yeah, going a little more on that. Like I feel like this has been a long brewing issue with Pokemon fans, where like, there's a lot of graphical shortcuts that have been taken in the mainline games that bother a lot of the fans. So
Hmm. Yeah. I feel like with this game, you can't make that complaint just because it is about the gorgeous landscapes and the
look,
interactions with Pokemon.
look at
You
that
get all.
Wailord photo. Did you get eaten there? What happened?
Yeah, I just went up to his mouth, but thankfully Pokemon don't eat humans.
that's
Or do they eat humans?
that's incredible. That's a good shot.
Okay, Raichu. No, 3-star again.
Aw.
Not 4.
I like how dejected he looks in the photo though.
Yeah. Squirtle looks so cute here. Wow.
Yeah. So from the sounds of it, I don't know if anybody's noticed. It sounds like you've chosen
The
not the
Japanese.
yeah, I was gonna say not the English soundtrack or voice track rather.
Yeah, this is something I do in games. I don't know if other people do the same, but I like to go with the Japanese voice acting because I could basically understand what they're saying anyway. He's just saying "ine" over and over and over again, which means like, oh, not bad or something, or really nice.
Do you prefer to switch to the Japanese vocals for games or?
Yeah, yeah, I do. This is just like I don't know a habit I got from like some of my friends. They're like, oh, the it's kind of like when we were watching anime, and I always do dubbed, not sub. No, sub, not
Sub not
dub,
dubbed, yeah. Yeah,
because
yeah.
just
I was about to
corny.
say I'm kind of the same way. I don't know. There's like more of an authenticity behind it. I don't know.
Hmm.
That being
Yeah.
said, at least for Pokemon games, I usually stick with English. So
Oh, you do? Okay. I
yeah,
had it in English at first, but all they do is say "great job" or something. So I was like, I can go back to Japanese.
I feel you. Yeah.
But yeah, I for the Persona 5, I actually did it in English the first time around, which I kind of regret now because I'm doing it in Japanese for Persona 5 Strikers. So I'm like, Oh, their voices all sound different. I'm so used to the English.
Yeah, I feel like it's very rare when the English dubs are as good or better than the Japanese dubs for Japanese-based games.
Yeah, I just think like the Japanese, like it is dramatic, but it's not cheesy because it feels believable.
Yeah.
Whereas like in English, if you're like, yeah, I'm going to kill you, it just sounds so bad.
Yeah, like the dialogue is written with like, like an Eastern like mindset, right? And so like it sounds weird coming out in English and it sounds hokey. I
Yeah.
totally agree with you.
Yeah. So one final thing I wanted to show you before we end the game, or end the stream too, is that you can walk around the research camp.
That's so cool.
Um, so like this was like the home screen, but you can actually interact with people with
That's
little Pokemon
that's
all
amazing.
around.
And to be clear, it's not you actually like moving, right?
Yeah, unfortunately you can't move in this game. I can go turbo speed, like right now I'm speeding up, or you can slow down by turning behind you and zooming.
Oh,
I
interesting.
don't know if you
Okay.
noticed this, but very late in the game, it will finally give you a tip saying, "Hey, if you want to slow down, turn behind you and zoom." And I was like, "I've been doing that the whole game, and now you're telling me?" Okay.
Thanks, game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like most other courses, it seems as though you're stuck on a track for this. That being said, it is really cool that like the menu you've been looking at the entire time is interactable like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And then this also is another map you can keep grinding and it will keep changing. So I didn't see those guys before.
Cool. Is there a night version of this map or?
I don't think so, unless there's like another. Maybe they'll add it in the future,
Okay.
like another expansion, but I don't see that. But there is a side path you can take, so you can actually go into this house
Oh,
if you wanted to.
wait. What? That's awesome. Wait, can we do
Yeah.
that?
I think so, but it's not like if it pops up, then I can. I can't really control where I'm going, so.
Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely a mystery in the map. Oh, we didn't talk about requests. Maybe we should talk about those.
Yeah, let's do it real quick. So what?
Okay.
So what are they? I've only done a couple of them, but for anyone not familiar, what are they?
Oh yeah, so in the upper right corner, usually when you're on the homepage, you can press Y to enter requests, and they're going to be from all the NPCs, all the non-playable characters like Todd Snap, or when you unlock him, or Phil, your rival in this game, and Rita, the other like professor's assistant, and also the Professor Mirror will give you a request asking you to like, oh, there's something weird with this Pokemon over there, like an interaction. Do you want to go check it out? Yeah, it's not letting me go into the house. No.
No.
Oh, hey. Oh.
Oh, wow! Ending the stream on a little violence. Okay.
Well, what do you do? Do you just not hit them with any?
Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen the Pokemon that's known as the healer Pokemon, I think. So, I mean,
Oh
maybe they're
no.
okay.
So sad.
Maybe they're okay.
Okay. That's what you. I thought you were gonna say, "Wow, you're beating up the healer Pokemon."
Well,
So mean.
also, I mean, listen, Shannon, you've made your own bet on this one. So.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the other thing I'll mention. I love healing Pokemon, like Clefairy and
Oh my
what
gosh.
the other ones? I don't remember their names.
Oh my god.
But the one with the egg.
Oh, Chansey.
Yes, Chansey.
Yeah. So is this just like a continuous loop, or is there an end to it, or?
Oh yeah, there definitely is an end. Okay, there we go. It's
Okay.
over.
I was gonna
But
say.
yeah. Yeah, it does make you feel like, oh, you can stay here forever. Just kidding. No. But yeah, to finish up what I was saying about the requests. So you can fulfill the request. They're kind of like game hints to how you can get 4 stars. And also just like little Easter eggs around the game. And there are over 160 requests, and I have only completed 12 of them. I have not really tried, but it's not super easy. Sometimes it's like, oh, this Pokemon is sleeping, wake them up. And I did that. And then it's like, no, you didn't fulfill my request. Keep trying. So
Interesting. And when you fulfill requests, like what are the rewards you get? Like, what is it worth it? Do you think?
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you get a lot of rewards. You just have to personally be motivated that you want to complete the game. kind of like you are, I'm pretty sure you would feel motivated. It
Yeah.
does give you like stickers sometimes. Sometimes it unlocks like a little gift box, a little medal, but it's not consistent. Some requests have no rewards, which is super sad.
That's terrible. Why would they even make the request then? But
Yeah, just to incentivize you, kind of like give you a hint to like where is the 4 star, how can I get it? But yeah, we can look through them really quickly just to show you.
sure, let's take a look.
Okay. New record.
Aaron Landry with the question. I'm pretty sure that this is true, but is Meowth around that area that we were just at? The open.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if we saw him there, but
Okay. The reason we didn't see him is because just before this stream, I went through this map one time and I saw him already, and I think it doesn't repeat consistently. So he was already there taking a nap, and then he went away.
yeah, like the other courses, like sometimes there are different cycles and different Pokemon appear during different routes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad that we couldn't go in because in the house there's Eevee sleeping, which is nice.
What?
So
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I completed this request. He said, "What does Torterra look like when they're yawning?" And I got that photo, but it doesn't even look like. Okay, I guess the one behind him is yawning.
I was gonna say like it looks the same.
Yeah. So I can show you the ones I completed just to kind of show them off. Oh yeah, I completed it. I saw the Clefairy floating around. I got nothing.
That's
for that.
that is also the thumbnail of this, which is cool.
Yes, because that's one of the best moments, I think. Just seeing Clefairy singing and dancing. Yeah, we didn't talk about Illumina orbs, but I'm curious how far you got in the game to like kind of see what they're about.
So Illumina orbs are interesting. They only unlock. I'm kind of unclear when they do. It's just like if you complete the course a certain amount of times, or
Oh, so it's if you can capture the flower that's blooming
that are within the courses.
Yeah, if the flower that's blooming in the course is also lit up with the orb, then you can kind of like take a photo of that, and the professor will be like, "Oh, I can use that now to make you an orb."
I see.
Which is like, what's the science of that? How can you do that suddenly with a photo? But
Yeah.
yeah, you have to suspend your disbelief and, and be like, "Oh, thanks, professor."
There's a lot of questionable things that Professor Mirror does throughout this game. Like, as opposed to doing the work himself, he employs children, which is kind of weird. Like, what's going on, Professor Mirror?
Oh my gosh,
Like,
I never thought of it that way. That reminds me of like when I was in 6th grade, I worked in a library. And I would sort out books. And then my friends and I were like, we are working for the librarian, but we're not getting paid. This is child labor, right?
Yes, that is the definition of child labor.
Yeah, and we don't think about it because we're like, oh, we're playing with books. It's cute. Just like we're playing with Pokemon. I never thought about it like child labor.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's a lot to dissect with new Pokemon Snap, it appears.
Yeah. So I did complete this. So this was a hint to find the 4-star Machamp. So I got that. No gift. Nothing. Cool. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So, wow. Oh, there's a pretty sizable amount, too.
Yeah. But I'm thankful for this stream because I was able to complete 2 of the requests while we were just chatting.
Yeah, that first run was super fruitful for you, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shannon, as we wrap up, I guess if you were to like kind of describe your overall experience with this game as like concisely as you can, how would you describe it to viewers? Like new Pokemon Snap. What's the deal?
Okay, new Pokemon Snap. Let's see. It's a good game. I would definitely play it again. I would say that because of having to grind through all the maps to reach the end game, like that middle section of the game, I just totally lost interest and was like, I need to power through this somehow. So it became more of a grind, and that's like my major complaint with it. But I would still say, like, if you have nostalgia for Pokemon, if you love Pokemon, you will still love this game. And yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun just now. As you can see, like as we kept going through the maps, like there's not much more to say about it. So I think that's like something you'll find as you're playing yourself. But John, what are your thoughts? Do you have anything to add?
I think you're spot on the money. I think that like this is a game that capitalizes on nostalgia. Like it's essentially a remake of the older game, except throwing in the new Pokemon, and it does nostalgia and charm and relaxation very well. Whether or not you want to endure the grind of keeping to go back to like the older levels and playing through them over and over and over again is up to the player and how much they really like this series. So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think you don't actually have to like sit there like I did and play it through in one day and then just like finish at 4 a.m. in the morning. I think that's like an extreme case. You can definitely, I think it's more fun in like bite-sized sessions, like here and there, especially if the world opens back up and you're able to like commute somewhere. Like you just open up your Switch and play it. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm excited to see everyone's like photo texts and like see more photos from you. And I'm gonna send you my photos after this for sure.
please send me the Charmander ones for sure. At least like I need
Okay.
those. Also, like so. Oh, one final quick question. Have you played with the motion controls with this game yet?
Oh yeah. Okay. Do you want to see that really quickly? I can show you.
Might as well. Let's do
Um,
it.
okay. So luckily I have this guy right here. I can just detach my Joy Cons.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because in theory, like motion controls and like the Switch and Pokemon Snap just make too much sense.
I mean, have you really tried it? I can't do it. I know other people have been able to
I
do it.
I'm not a fan of motion controls in general, so I usually try to stay away from it. But
Okay. Hold on, let me try to reconnect. Oh, it's not gonna connect because my Switch is connected. My Pro controller is connected. No, it's not working.
okay,
But
okay,
okay, let me just quickly tell you. I've tried it and like sliding around the Joy-Con to like control where the camera is going. I have no control, and then the photo that I'm taking is, as a result, is like pretty. Okay, I just moved my hands too much and like made the my camera blurry, but yeah. So it's just like uh really hard to control, so I don't prefer it. But I've seen people on Twitter like actually take good photos with motion controls, and I think it's nice that we have that option. But I personally would not do it. Maybe if I like grinded with it a little more and then I got the hang of it. But for me, I like to use the Switch Pro controller. Like I mentioned in the review, Switch Pro controller and a large monitor, then I can see the most things and get the most like the best photos.
I think that's a spot on analysis. And like for the Switch, motion controls make a little less sense with this. But have you seen going back a generation for Nintendo, the Wii U demo where they like had a person like playing golf and whatever, and like you could look up and see the sky, look down and see the golf ball, and like you would like hit it with the controller and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I mean the Wii U was like groundbreaking for that, right? Like at that time, like everyone was talking about it, regardless of whether you were a gamer or not. And yeah, so that was like really respectable. And I think yeah, there's definitely good uses of motion controls. Like I use motion controls in like Super Mario Odyssey, like I mentioned, just because it's so much easier to like make Mario jump and do the right action sometimes. So it is really useful for those things. And yeah, there's like lots of other games that you can name that are good with motion controls. But for this particular one, I think because I want the camera to be precise, I want to turn around and catch the Pikachu or like whatever it is. Um, yeah, it's just harder with motion controls.
I totally agree. And like if this was a generation earlier, it could be cool. Like the idea that there's two screens, so like on the main screen you see what's ahead of you, but like if you use the pad that you have in your hand, you can look this way and see like different camera angles. That would have been cool. But there isn't any equivalent like that for the Switch, so it just ends up being kind of janky. And you're right, you need precise controls to get like the shot that you need. So
Yeah, yeah. I think it'll be good. It'll be a good challenge for people who like technically, mechanically very difficult challenges. But yeah, just for me to like try to get as good of a photo as I could in the short time frame that I had, I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, I think this is a pretty good place to wrap up, Shannon. So, just to remind everybody that's watching right now, thank you so much for joining us on the stream. If you liked what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's like a mantra that everybody doesn't really like on YouTube, but it really does help our channel. And
Yeah.
please let us know what you would like to see us do going forward. Next week, we will be doing a deeper dive on Epic versus Apple, the courtroom hearings, which Shannon has kind of headed for our team. So,
Yeah, I mean, every day there's 7 days in court. I mean, 7 hours in court every day. And like the judge said on Thursday, she was like, "What day is it at this point?" So it's like we've really been like listening in for every single hour, pulling in insights, and I'm really excited for next week's stream because we'll have so much to talk about in terms of what each side's arguments are, what the stakes are, how this could transform smartphones. But we'll get to that next week.
absolutely. So please stay tuned. Please subscribe if you would like to keep up to date with that. Thank you so much, Shannon, for showing us this game. I look forward to the photos that you send me.
Yeah, thank you, John. I love your Pokemon insights.
Thank you. Hopefully, we'll be able to dive into it a little more in a future stream. But for now, everybody have a good Friday. And what does Mikhail usually say to close off? Like, have a
Oh,
safe flight or
we were
something?
brainstorming that for so long, but I think we still say, have a safe launch, launchies.
There it is. Have a safe launch, launchies. Take care, everyone.
Bye.